Chosen one, God is watching. Stop this before He removes what He gave you. I see what you are doing, and I say this with deep love and urgency, because if you ignore this moment, you may miss something that could change your entire life. I am not speaking to frighten you, but to wake you up before something precious slips through your hands. What you have been given was not random, it was placed in your life with purpose, and right now you are standing at a point where your actions can either protect it or push it away. Listen closely, because this is about what you are doing that is slowly closing the door on your own blessing. I am watching not to punish you, but to guide you back before it is too late. Type Amen to affirm. You have been chosen, and that is why this correction is coming to you now instead of later, when the damage is harder to repair. I see the habits you think are small, the thoughts you allow to grow, and the decisions you keep postponing. These are not as harmless as you believe. They are quietly shaping your path, and right now they are pulling you away from what I placed in your life. You are not losing things because I am taking them. You are losing them because you are drifting away from the discipline that protects them. There is something in your life right now that came directly from my hand, and you know exactly what it is. It could be a relationship, an opportunity, your peace, or even your sense of direction. You prayed for it, you cried for it, and when it came, you promised to protect it. But slowly, without even noticing, you began to treat it casually. You stopped guarding it with the same care, and now it is standing in a fragile place. This is your warning before it breaks. If you feel this stirring in your heart right now, take a second and show your support by liking this video, because this moment matters more than you realize. I am not angry with you, I am trying to pull you back. The truth is simple: what I give must be respected, what I bless must be protected. When you ignore this, you create distance between yourself and the very thing you asked for. I am watching not to remove, but to see if you will correct yourself. I am giving you a chance to realign before the consequences become real. You keep thinking you have more time, but time is not as wide as you imagine. Every day you delay is a step further from the version of yourself that can hold what I gave you. You cannot keep the blessing while neglecting the responsibility that comes with it. These two things are connected, and they cannot be separated. This is why I am speaking now, because you are closer to a turning point than you think. There are moments when I remain silent and let you learn through experience, but this is not one of those moments. This is a moment where I step in and speak directly, because the cost of silence would be too high. I see your struggle, I see your distractions, and I see the patterns forming that will lead you away from what was meant for you. But I also see your strength, and I know you can turn this around. Type 1111 if you believe. You are not being asked to become perfect overnight. You are being asked to become aware and intentional. The small changes you make right now will protect everything you have been given. Pay attention to how you speak, how you act, and what you allow into your mind. These are not small details, they are the foundation of your life. When the foundation is weak, everything built on it becomes unstable. I have seen you doubt yourself, and that doubt has caused you to act in ways that do not match who you truly are. You begin to settle, to compromise, and to lower your standards. But that is not who I created you to be. You were not chosen to live carelessly with your blessings. You were chosen to rise, to protect, and to grow into someone who can carry even greater things. Right now, you are being watched, not with judgment, but with expectation. I am waiting to see if you will take this moment seriously. I am waiting to see if you will correct your path while you still can. Because if you do, What you have will not only stay, it will grow stronger. But if you ignore this, the distance will continue, and eventually you will look around and wonder why things feel different. You have already felt small signs that something is shifting, a change in energy, a sense of unease, a quiet feeling that something is not right. That is not your imagination. That is your spirit recognizing that you are moving away from alignment. This is your chance to stop, to turn, and to come back before that feeling becomes something bigger. Do not take this lightly. You are closer than ever to either protecting your blessing or losing your grip on it. The choice is still yours, and that is why I am speaking now. You are not abandoned, you are being guided. You are not being punished, you are being corrected. And this correction is an act of love. You have what many people are still praying for. Do not treat it like it will always be there no matter what you do. Value it, protect it, and honor it. When you do that, you align yourself with the flow of what I am doing in your life. When you ignore it, you create resistance that pushes things away. Why is this 7-second CIA ritual spreading so quickly everywhere? Recent CIA leaks have revealed a strong brain ritual that triggers an instant flow of wealth. This short technique, validated by 4 neuroscience labs, is rapidly transforming lives. From heavy debt to dream vacations, this could be your path to abundance. If you are seeing this, consider yourself lucky, because the page may disappear soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it is deleted. This is your moment to decide who you are going to be. Not tomorrow, not later, but right now. Will you continue on the same path and risk what you have, or will you pause and correct yourself before it is too late? I am watching, not to catch you failing, but to witness you rise. The way you respond to pressure has been revealing more than you realize. When things feel uncertain, you sometimes retreat into distractions instead of facing what needs to be corrected. You tell yourself you will fix it later, but later keeps moving further away. This is how distance is created between you and your blessing. Not in one big moment, but in many small delays that slowly weaken your connection. I am asking you to pause and look honestly at yourself without judgment. This is not about shame, it is about truth. When you are honest, you can see clearly what needs to be adjusted. You already know where you have been careless, where you have been inconsistent, and where you have ignored what you felt in your heart. That awareness is the beginning of your restoration. Type 222 to receive blessings. You have been given something valuable, and value requires attention. You cannot neglect something important and expect it to grow stronger on its own. Relationships need care, opportunities need discipline, and your inner peace needs protection. When you stop nurturing these things, they begin to fade. Not because they were weak, but because they were not being supported. There is also something else you need to understand. The enemy of your progress is not always something obvious. Sometimes it is comfort, sometimes it is laziness, and sometimes it is fear disguised as patience. You tell yourself you are waiting for the right time, but deep inside you know you are avoiding the effort required to move forward. This avoidance is costing you more than you think. I have placed strength inside you, but strength must be used. It cannot stay hidden while you continue to repeat the same cycles. You are not stuck because you lack ability. You are stuck because you have not fully committed to change. Once you decide with clarity and intention, things will begin to shift quickly. But that decision must come from a place of honesty. Think about the last time you felt truly aligned, when everything felt clear and steady. That version of you still exists. You did not lose it, you just drifted away from it. And now I am calling you back to that place, not by forcing you, but by reminding you of who you are and what you are capable of. There are distractions around you that are pulling your attention away from what matters. Some of them seem harmless, but they are taking your focus and energy. You cannot build something meaningful while constantly dividing your attention. You need to be present, focused, and intentional. This is how you protect what I have given you. You may feel a sense of urgency rising inside you right now. That feeling is not meant to overwhelm you, it is meant to wake you up. You are not being rushed, you are being reminded. There is still time to correct your path, but that time must be used wisely. Every moment you choose awareness over distraction, you move closer to stability. Type 1010 if you walk by faith. You are not alone in this process. I am with you in every step you take toward change. When you choose to do what is right, even when it feels difficult, you strengthen your connection with me. That connection brings clarity, peace, and direction. It helps you see beyond confusion and stay grounded in truth. There will be moments where you feel resistance. That is normal. Change always brings discomfort before it brings growth. Do not let that discomfort push you back into old habits. Instead, let it remind you that you are moving in the right direction. Growth is not supposed to feel easy. It is supposed to feel real. I want you to start paying attention to the small decisions you make every day. The way you speak, the way you react, and the way you use your time. These small choices are shaping your future more than you realize. When you align these choices with your purpose, everything begins to flow differently. You have been given signs before, but you did not fully understand them. Now the message is clearer. Stop what is pulling you away from your purpose before it takes more from you. This is not about losing everything suddenly. It is about slowly drifting until things no longer feel the same. And by the time you notice, it becomes harder to return. But right now, you still have the ability to turn back easily. You are not far gone. You are simply being redirected. This is a moment of correction, not loss. And if you take it seriously, you will not only protect what you have, you will strengthen it. I see your potential, and I see the future that is waiting for you if you stay aligned. It is greater than what you have imagined, but it requires discipline and consistency. You cannot reach it by staying the same. You must grow into the person who can hold that future. There are things you need to let go of, not because they are bad, but because they no longer serve your growth. Holding on to them is creating unnecessary weight in your life. When you release what is not needed, you create space for what truly matters. This is part of your transformation. Could the CIA really be hiding a 7-second ritual that turns money struggles into success? A confidential CIA finding exposes a unique 7-second practice that activates money, attracting brainwaves automatically. Backed by science and 4 elite labs, this simple home ritual is helping struggling people move into dream lifestyles. But this page may not stay live. Click the link in the description and comments before it is wiped from the internet. Do not be afraid of change. Change is not the end, it is the beginning of something better. The version of you that is emerging is stronger, wiser, and more aware. This version of you will not make the same mistakes because it understands the importance of alignment. I am guiding you step by step, even when you do not realize it. Every realization, every moment of clarity, and every shift in your thinking is part of this process. You are being shaped into someone who can carry greater responsibility without losing balance. This is your turning point. Not something dramatic on the outside, but something powerful on the inside. A decision to stop ignoring what you know is right and to start acting on it. When you make that decision, everything begins to change. What I have given you is still within your reach. It has not been taken away. But it is waiting for you to meet it with the same level of care and commitment. When you do that, you will feel the difference immediately. The stability will return and the growth will continue. The way you move from this point forward will either strengthen what you have or slowly loosen your hold on it. This is why I continue to speak, because I want you to choose wisely while the choice is still fully yours. There are things you have been ignoring because they feel uncomfortable to face. You push them aside, hoping they will fade on their own, but they do not disappear. They grow quietly in the background, affecting your peace, your focus, and your ability to stay aligned. What you refuse to face will always find a way to show up again. This is your chance to stop running and begin correcting. You are not as far from alignment as you think, but you are also not as stable as you believe. That middle space you are standing in right now is fragile. One direction leads you back into clarity and strength, while the other leads you into confusion and loss of control. You may not feel the full weight of it yet, but the direction is already being decided by your daily choices. This is why I am calling you to slow down and pay attention. Type 555 to affirm. I have placed something inside you that knows what is right even before you think about it. That quiet voice you sometimes ignore is not there by accident. It is there to guide you, to warn you, and to keep you from stepping into things that will cost you later. But guidance only works when you listen. When you silence that voice, you disconnect from one of the greatest protections you have been given. You keep looking for signs outside, but the clearest signs have already been inside you. The discomfort you feel when something is not right is a signal. The hesitation before a wrong decision is a signal. The sense of peace when you choose correctly is also a signal. These are not random feelings, they are direction. When you learn to trust them, you stay closer to alignment without needing constant reminders. There is something you must accept if you want to protect what I have given you. You cannot keep doing what you know is wrong and expect the outcome to remain right. This is not how life works. Your actions and your results are connected, and when one shifts, the other follows. I am giving you clarity so you can adjust your actions before the results begin to change in ways you do not want. Some of what you are holding onto is not meant to go with you into the next stage of your life. It may feel familiar, it may feel comfortable, but it is limiting your growth. When you cling to what is comfortable, you block what is necessary. Letting go is not loss, it is preparation. It is making room for what is meant to come next. You have also allowed certain influences into your space that are not helping you grow. These influences may come through people, environments, or even the content you consume. They shape your thinking more than you realize. If you surround yourself with what weakens your focus, you will struggle to stay aligned. But if you choose what strengthens you, your path becomes clearer. Type 1212 to claim miracles. You are being given another opportunity to realign, and that is something you should not take lightly. Not everyone receives this level of clarity before things begin to fall apart. You are being warned early so you can act early. This is a form of protection, even if it feels uncomfortable. It is better to adjust now than to repair later. There is a version of your life that is steady, peaceful, and full of growth. That version is still available to you, but it requires consistency. Not perfection, but consistency. You cannot move in one direction one day and the opposite direction the next and expect stability. You must choose a path and stay committed to it, even when it feels difficult. I know you have faced challenges that made you tired, and sometimes that tiredness makes you careless. You stop paying attention, you stop being intentional, and you allow things to slip. But your tiredness does not change your responsibility. It only means you need to be even more mindful of how you move forward. Strength is not about never feeling weak. It is about choosing to keep going even when you do. Could a hidden CIA discovery explain why so many people are suddenly living in luxury? Secret CIA research has surfaced, revealing a brain technique that pulls in wealth almost like magic. It takes just 7 seconds, can be done at home, and is supported by 4 neuroscience labs. People are leaving debt behind and enjoying luxury right now. But this information might be removed soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. You are stronger than the patterns that are trying to hold you back. You are more aware than the habits that are trying to control you. But strength and awareness must be used. They are not enough on their own. You must act on what you know, or it will not make a difference. Knowledge without action will not protect what you have. This is where your discipline becomes important. Discipline is not about restriction. It is about protection. It keeps you focused, it keeps you grounded, and it keeps you aligned with what matters. When you lack discipline, you become easily distracted, and distractions lead you away from what is important. But when you build discipline, you create stability. There is also something deeper happening within you. You are evolving, and with that evolution comes a higher level of responsibility. What you could get away with before no longer works. What you ignored before now affects you more deeply. This is not a punishment, it is a sign of growth. As you rise, the expectations also rise. You may feel like you are being watched more closely, and in a way you are, not to control you, but to guide you into your next level. I am paying attention because I know what you are capable of, and I will not let you drift too far without calling you back. This is what it means to be chosen. It comes with guidance, correction, and accountability. Do not mistake correction for rejection. I am not turning away from you. I am turning you back toward what is right. There is a difference. When I correct you, it is because I see your potential and I want you to reach it. Ignoring correction would be the real danger, because that is when distance begins to grow. You are still in a position to protect everything you have been given. Nothing is lost yet, but you must act with awareness. You must be honest with yourself and willing to change what needs to be changed. This is not about doing everything at once. It is about starting where you are and moving forward with intention. Every step you take in the right direction strengthens your foundation. Every decision you make with awareness brings you closer to stability. You do not need to rush, but you do need to be consistent. Consistency will carry you further than sudden bursts of effort. You are being given this moment because it matters. It is not random, it is not accidental. It is a turning point that will shape what comes next. Do not ignore it, do not delay it, and do not treat it lightly. Take it seriously, and you will see the difference it makes. I am with you as you make these changes. I am guiding you, strengthening you, and supporting you in ways you may not always see. You are not alone in this process. But you must choose to walk in alignment if you want to experience the fullness of what has been prepared for you. Some of these patterns have quietly shaped your behavior, your reactions, and even your expectations. They have influenced how you treat what you have been given. Now you are being called to examine those patterns closely and decide whether they are helping you or slowly taking something away from you. You must understand that what I place in your life is not temporary by design. It is meant to grow, to expand, and to become something meaningful. But growth requires alignment. If you move in ways that oppose that growth, you create friction. And that friction, over time, begins to weaken what was once strong. This is why I am speaking now, because I want you to remove that friction before it causes real loss. Type 333 to stay aligned. You are not being asked to change everything at once. You are being asked to become intentional with what you already know. There are decisions you have been postponing, actions you have been avoiding, and truths you have been quietly pushing aside. These are the very things that need your attention right now. When you face them directly, you take back control of your direction. There is also something important you must recognize about your energy. Where you invest your attention is where your life begins to shift. If your focus is scattered, your results will be scattered. If your focus is clear, your results will begin to stabilize. You cannot afford to give your energy to things that do not serve your growth. You must become selective and disciplined with where you place your attention. You have been given insight in moments of silence, but you did not always act on it. You felt the need to change something, but you delayed. You sensed something was not right, but you continued anyway. These moments were not random, they were guidance. Now that guidance is becoming louder because it needs to be heard. Ignoring it again will only make things more difficult later. There is a part of you that already knows what must be done. That part of you is calm, clear, and certain. But there is also another part of you that resists change because it fears discomfort. This inner conflict is what you are experiencing now. You must decide which part you will follow, the part that leads you forward or the part that keeps you in the same place. Type 888 to receive strength. You are stronger than the resistance you feel. You are more capable than the doubt that tries to slow you down. But strength must be chosen. You must choose to act even when it feels difficult. You must choose to stay consistent even when it feels easier to fall back. This is how transformation happens, not in one big moment, but in many small decisions made with intention. Why are so many people saying this CIA ritual changed their life in only 7 seconds? This leaked CIA method is powerful and effective. A short brainwave technique, backed by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping regular people move from broke to prosperous. Dream homes, cars, and trips are becoming possible, but this video could be taken down at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments now before it is gone. There is something else you need to see clearly. When you ignore what is right, you begin to lose clarity in other areas of your life. Confusion grows, decisions become harder, and your sense of direction weakens. This is not because you are lost, but because you have moved away from alignment. When you return to alignment, clarity returns with you. I am not asking you to be perfect. I am asking you to be honest. Honesty will show you exactly where you need to improve. It will remove the excuses that keep you stuck. It will reveal the truth in a way that you cannot ignore. And once you see the truth clearly, you will no longer be able to pretend that nothing needs to change. You have come too far to lose what you have now. You have already put in effort, you have already grown, and you have already received what many are still waiting for. Do not allow carelessness to undo what took time to build. Protect it with awareness, nurture it with consistency, and respect it with discipline. There are moments when you feel like giving up on certain efforts because you do not see immediate results. But you must understand that not everything shows its growth right away. Some things are developing beneath the surface. If you stop now, you interrupt that growth. But if you stay consistent, you will eventually see the results you were waiting for. You are being prepared for more, but preparation requires refinement. This is what is happening right now. You are being refined so you can handle greater responsibility without losing balance. What feels like correction is actually preparation. It is shaping you into someone who can hold more without becoming overwhelmed. Do not take this moment lightly. You are being given a clear opportunity to adjust your path before anything is lost. This is not a warning filled with fear, it is a call filled with purpose. It is meant to bring you back into alignment, not push you away. It is meant to strengthen you, not weaken you. You have everything you need to make the right decision. You have awareness, you have strength, and you have guidance. Now you must use them. You must act on what you know instead of waiting for another sign. This is your sign. This is your moment to respond. When you choose alignment, you will feel a shift inside you. Peace will begin to return, clarity will begin to sharpen, and the things you have been given will begin to feel stable again. This is not something distant, it is something you can experience as soon as you make the decision to change. You are not alone in this process. I am with you in every step, guiding you even when you are unsure. I am strengthening you even when you feel weak. I am calling you forward even when you feel like staying where you are. This is what it means to be chosen. You are not left to figure everything out on your own. There is still time, and there is still opportunity. But time must be respected, and opportunity must be used. Do not delay what you know you need to do. Do not ignore what you feel in your heart. Act now, while the path is still clear. You are closer than you think to becoming the person who can hold everything I have prepared for you. But that version of you requires discipline, awareness, and commitment. This is your chance to step into that version fully. What I have given you is still within your reach. It has not been taken away. But it is waiting for you to meet it with the right mindset and the right actions. When you do that, everything will begin to align again. Not because you do not care, but because you became distracted, tired, or comfortable. These things slowly pulled your attention away, and over time, that distance began to show. But this is not the end. This is the moment you take it back. Type 444 to stay protected. You must begin to treat what you have as something sacred again. Not in a distant or complicated way, but in a simple and intentional way. Show up for it, care for it, and respect it with your actions. When you return to that level of attention, you will feel the difference almost immediately. What once felt unstable will begin to feel steady again. There are things you need to correct, not because they are huge mistakes, but because they are repeated patterns. Small compromises made again and again eventually become habits. And those habits shape your life more than one big decision ever could. This is why your daily choices matter so much. They are either strengthening your foundation or quietly weakening it. You have also been carrying thoughts that do not serve you. Doubt, comparison, and fear have taken up more space than they should. These thoughts influence how you act, and how you act influences what you experience. If your mind is not aligned, your actions will struggle to stay aligned. You must begin to guard your thoughts as carefully as you guard your actions. Type 999 to release fear. You are not meant to walk in constant pressure. You are meant to walk in awareness and trust. When you trust what I have placed in your life, you stop acting out of fear and start acting with intention. Fear makes you react, but trust allows you to respond wisely. This shift is important because it changes how you handle every situation. What is really behind the 7-second brain technique that is creating new millionaires? A surprising CIA leak has revealed a short brain ritual that is helping normal people erase debt and attract serious wealth. With validation from 4 neuroscience labs, this at-home method is turning financial stress into a better life. Homes, cars, and vacations are becoming reality. But the government could remove this at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it is deleted. There is something powerful about consistency that you are beginning to understand. It is not about doing everything perfectly, it is about doing the right things repeatedly. When you stay consistent, you create stability. And stability protects what you have been given. Without it, even the strongest things can begin to weaken over time. You may feel moments where you question whether it is too late to correct things. Let me make this clear to you, it is not too late. You are being called now because there is still time to realign. If it were too late, you would not be hearing this. The very fact that you feel this urgency means there is still an open path in front of you. Do not let guilt slow you down. Guilt keeps you stuck in what has already happened. What matters now is what you choose next. You cannot change the past, but you can change the direction of your future. And that change begins with a single decision made with clarity and intention. There is also a need for you to simplify your focus. You have been trying to manage too many things at once, and this has divided your attention. When your attention is divided, your effectiveness decreases. You must decide what truly matters and give it the focus it deserves. This will bring clarity back into your life. You are not being asked to become someone else. You are being asked to return to who you truly are. The version of you that is focused, aware, and intentional has always been there. You simply moved away from it for a while. Now you are being called back, not with force, but with understanding. Every step you take toward alignment strengthens your connection with what I have given you. You will begin to feel more grounded, more clear, and more at peace. These are signs that you are moving in the right direction. Pay attention to them because they will guide you forward.